Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today we are going to be talking about the fall 2025 anime season. There is going to be a bunch of anime coming out, and I am going to be talking about what anime I'm going to be watching. Probably not that many, unless there's a bunch of sequels again, because, man, that's all I watched this season, basically, except for Secret of the Silent Witch. But, next season, fall season, so let's get to it. Starting with One Punch Man Season 3, which I like One Punch Man, so I'm going to be watching that because Season 1 was really good. Season 2 is a bit of a drop-off, but still fairly good. Spy Family I love, so I'm definitely watching Spy Family Season 3. And then we got My Hero Academia's final season. I'm watching. I have enjoyed the last couple of seasons. Season 6, Season 7, really good. I think that's it. I think this is Season 8, so yeah, really, really good. It's definitely picked up. There was definitely a part in the middle of My Hero where it was like, yeah, but definitely a lot better now. Now, one that's been way overdue, To Your Eternity Season 3. I am absolutely watching this. You have no idea how good this is going to be, dude. Season 1 and 2 are like peak anime. If only they didn't copyright strike my second video. But peak anime right there. Okay, so first new anime, which looks like a rom-com. It kind of looks like kind of a generic rom-com. I'm not even going to lie to you. It looks like, let's see if we can translate this. Friend, little sister, yeah, I don't know what that is. So yeah, so it looks like, so it's going to involve your little sister and your best friend, something like that. I don't know. But that's what we read synopsises for here. So let's read the synopsis for this anime. If a girl teases you, that means she likes you. Unfortunately, Akataru knows from experience that isn't the case, because every girl he interacts with shows him nothing but scorn, and he's not scored a single date from it. Luckily, he is more concerned with securing a spot for him and his game development buddies at his uncle's business, but when his uncle throws him a condition that involves playing his part as the daughter's boyfriend, Akataru has no choice but to take it. What will his best friend's sister Iraha, who bullies him relentlessly, think of the news? Yeah, it sounds very mid, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know why it's ranked so high. I've not seen this season 1, but I think this is called like Cooking Isekai World or something like that. I don't remember what the English title is, but it does look decent. I just haven't seen it. So this one, though, kind of has an interesting vibe to it. I have no idea what that title is. I'm not even going to lie to you. Let's see. So, an engagement broken off at a ball. It was supposed to be a cliche scene condemning a villainess in the middle of a ball. Second Prince Kyle unreasonably announces that he is canceling his engagement to Scarlet, a duke's daughter. Furthermore, he announces that he has a new fiancée, and that makes baseless accusations against Scarlet. Scarlet has endured years of torment from Kyle, and ever since they were young, all for the sake of their engagement, but she could not hold back any longer. This is my final request. May I send that stupid bitch flying? Oh my god, I already love it. The fair Duchess Scarlet clenches her fist and dances. Yeah, that sounds amazing, honestly. Right up my alley. I love the villainess genre, and that freaking sentence alone was hilarious, so it's right up my alley. Ranma Season 2, watching, Yuri, maybe? I don't know. It says drama horror. Okay, let's read this. That kind of sounds interesting. I've come to eat you. So softly utters the mermaid Shiori as she emerges from the sea and takes high school girl Hinako by the hand. Hinako lives alone in a town by the sea and possesses an unusually delicious body that is irresistible to nearby monsters. To ensure that she matures to the best condition, Shiori seeks to protect Hinako so that someday she can devour every piece of her. What will become of Hinako's feelings as this looming unjust death closes in on her? That actually kind of sounds decent. It says horror, and I'm like, is it really going to be a horror anime? This is definitely a Yuri romance, but is it going to be like a horror? Like, I don't know. This looks like super generic power fantasy. That's what it looks like. Okay, so we got Akira Oda and his high school classmates are summoned to another world. Yeah, already, yep. While the other students are granted cheat abilities through summoning, Akira merely gains the abilities of a mediocre assassin. However, his status soon surpasses Hiro, the strongest profession. After Akira becomes suspicious of the king behind the summoning, he is falsely framed for a crime and forced to flee. So basically, a worse version of like a mix between like Shield Hero and what's that other there was another assassin isekai that came out a few years ago. It's basically going to be a worse version of those two. So we got Disney anime, which honestly kind of looks cool. I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to because it's on Disney. Sanda. That was an interesting art style. Let's check a look at this. Science Saru, too. Always gotta love what Science Saru is putting out, especially recently. I mean, they do Dawn to Dawn, so like... Alright, so the story starts with Sanda, a second-year middle school student getting attacked with a kitchen knife by his classmate Fuyumura. While Sanda couldn't make sense of the situation at first, he gradually came to believe Fuyumura's actions were just mean acts stemming off from the latter having peculiar puberty phase. But that is all a misunderstanding. Fuyumura actually suspects that Sanda is the descendant of a certain lineage. Why does that actually sound kind of decent? I'm not even gonna lie, I might even check that out. Give it a couple episodes. Let's see, so we got another romance harem, comedy romance, probably a harem, based on how many girls there are in this freaking picture. Being popular isn't easy. It's hard to beat Saku Chitose, the most popular kid in high school. Check. An ironclad reputation that can weather even vicious online attacks. Check. A group of friends as attractive as on the outside as they are inside. Check. But when a teacher asks for his help bringing back a student who has been shut away from in his room for months, Saku's perfect world will never be the same. What is this? Some kind of normie harem story? I mean, yeah, this sounds very generic. Let's see. So we got another... This one looks like adult romance, maybe? Let's take a look. I prefer adult romances, so let's take a look here. Kanawa Senpai is considered many things, but smooth is definitely not one of them. Then she meets Kamigawa, her new kohai. He's cute, a little nerdy, and easy to talk to. How will this awkward senpai be able to handle these new feelings? Okay, so it is an adult romance. That honestly sounds kind of decent. Uma Musume, haven't seen it, but all the Uma Musume fans out there, good for you. That is a title, bro. Look at that title. It barely fits. Look at that title. You almost have to scroll for the title. This is definitely gonna be mid. But I'll read the synopsis anyway. I already see a little recognizable. Doxing myself, I'm joking. There's a lot of Concords around. You don't know what state I live in. When Light is kicked out of the Concord of the tribes, his former comrades instantly turn on him. Light escapes this diabolical act of betrayal by the skin of his teeth, only to find himself in the deepest part of the abyss, and the most dangerous dungeon in the realm. To avoid being eaten by carnivorous monsters, he uses the unlimited gacha, his sole magical skill. But where it previously only produced junk items, this time, Mei, a gorgeous level 9,999 fighter in a maid outfit, springs forth. Fast forward 3 years, and Light has carved out his own kingdom in the backwater dungeon, summoning more beautiful level 9,999 warriors who swear absolute fealty to him. Now, a powerful level 9,999 overlord himself, Light plans to ascend to the surface and take revenge on his betrayers one by one. Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. I see one I'm excited for, but we'll skip that later. Okay. Mushoku no Eiyu Besu no skill Nanka Ira Nakatan Daga. Wow, that sounds like it's going to be another kind of fantasy, maybe isekai. Let's see here. Classes are given at the age of 10, and the presence or absence of skills greatly affects the life. Errol, the son of Sword Princess Farah and the magical King Leon, has been branded as classless, but even without a job or skills, Errol believes he can persevere through effort. I mean, yeah, that sounds better than some of those other ones. I prefer, like, these type over, like, just instantly OP. Like, obviously he's going to be OP in some way, or it's going to be some kind of comedy or something, but if it's a comedy, I'm down for it. If it's not a comedy, I'm like, eh. Alright, so Kakuryou, Bed and Breakfast with Spirits. If you've not seen this anime or read the manga, I recommend it. It's super good. Season 2, I'm hyped for. It's been a very long time since Season 1. I'm very excited. Alright. So we got this one. Looks like another harem, maybe. Let's take a look. Meet Kashiwada-san, a female middle school student who remains emotionless regardless of how she is meddled with. And Oita-kun, unable to control his facial expressions, is the complete opposite of Kashiwada-san, but he keeps messing with her, against his better judgment. Though both of them are the exact opposite, will a mutual love eventually develop between them? Actually, it doesn't sound too bad. That one actually doesn't sound too bad. I might give that one a go. That doesn't sound like a harem, so that's going to be better. Traditional single romances are better than harems, 100% of the time. And then we got another fantasy female character maybe though. Let's take a look. I became the spirit of elements when I reincarnated. Ellen, a young girl reincarnated from modern-day Japan, is a half-spirit. Her father, Rovel, is a legendary hero who saved the kingdom, and her mother, Origin, is the primordial queen and ruler of all spirits. Furthermore, she herself has the overpowered ability to manipulate the elements. While looking absolutely adorable, this perfect little girl will fall back into her past life's knowledge and the power of the spirits to protect her precious family. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because it's got a female character. Female main character isekai power fantasies are pretty much 100% of the time better than male power fantasy anime. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It sounds like it could be mid, but it also could be decent. Don't know. It depends on what route it takes. If it takes like the comedy route, it'll be good. If it takes like try to be serious, it might be good. It's like 50-50, so we'll see. They got isekai in the title. That looks very mid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That looks... Okay. 16-year-old Yukito Kirihara lives with his 14-year-old sister Samna, who he treasures more than anyone else. But when an ogre shows up outside of this window looking for Sana, a shocking event in its own right, Yukito leaps to save her and is killed. He's offered the promise of reincarnation by a mysterious woman who gives him a character sheet in a mysterious book. But when Yukito sees Sana in there too, he sets off to find her and save them both, even if he only has 1 HP with which to do it. You know what, honestly? It's not the most mid-sounding isekai I've seen. It's definitely not going to be good, but I might watch that after the season's over. I'm definitely not going to watch it while it's airing, that's for sure. I don't know what this is. That's a title, though. Not as long as this one. Alright, so like any proper noble lady, one must have certain acquired taste. For Melfira, wow, that's a name. Marchirade? Wow, what a name. She just happens to crave a rather exotic protein, monsters, but do not judge. Despite her bad reputation, monster meat can be used in exquisite cuisine, and Melfiora is determined to change the kingdom's opinion of it. Unfortunately, since debuting in society, Melfiora has been struggling to find her perfect match, until she meets the fearless blood-mad Duke, Galbraith? What are these names? Why are you guys gonna make it so hard? Galbraith? I think it's Galbraith? Duke of Galbraith. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, it sounds good to me. But yeah, Duke of Galbraith, I think is what that was. Then we got another. Wow, what is up with these power fantasies? Anime, can we stop, please? I beg of you. I wish. Dude, this is why I'm so tired of watching a lot of anime now. It's all the same. It's all the same. Oh my god. This party does not need a useless magician who can only use support magic. You are fired, Alec Hugate. One day, Alec, a court magician who has been chaperoning the Crown Prince's dungeon crawling party, was suddenly fired and banished from the court by the prince. The only one who reached out to him was Yoruha, his former party member, and from their Academy of Magic days. They split about 4 years ago. Hey Alec, would you like to come and explore the dungeons with us again? Thus, the legendary Lasting Period party was revived, and the name will soon become known all over the world once again. I mean, yeah, pretty much what I expected. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible, but like, it doesn't really sound great. I mean, I'll probably watch it after the season's over because I just watch all these anime, but I just can't watch them when they're coming out anymore. Yanakun no Futsu no Hibi. Yoshida is the chairman of the class, and she is always worried. Her biggest worry, though, these days is that Yano, who is in her class, comes to school each and every day with a serious injury. She can't take her eyes off Yano, who is injured in every possible way. She can't wait to help him. A love comedy about a boy who is covered in injuries and a girl who worries too much. Honestly, that does sound kind of cute. I'm probably going to give that a go. So we got Toa no Yugure. PA works, so at least you know it's going to be quality. Is it going to be a good story? That's a different story. I said that on purpose. The world is on the verge of changing from an old-fashioned society to a new world, due to issues such as gender, race, and compliance, along with technological innovations such as an evolving AI. Even in this world where black and white is now gray, we believe that love will always exist beyond, but in a myriad of forms, and not just between people. This includes love between human and robot and its unique expression. The beauty of these emotions will be shown sometimes beautifully, sometimes brutally, and sometimes comically. How long can this love last? When a robot outlives a human partner, can their love hope to endure? Wow. That's actually a really good synopsis. And it's PA work, so you know it's going to be quality. I'm definitely checking that out. 100% checking that out. That sounds really good. Is it going to be really good? Don't know. But the synopsis alone and it being PA works got me sold already. Alright, so we got Digimon. Cool. I'm not really a huge fan of Digimon. Not that I hate it, just haven't really watched it. Yeah, pretty much just haven't really watched it. So we got whatever this is. Looks comedy, slice of life. Okay, so it's just going to be a slice of life anime. Let's read the synopsis. Luna Ishikawa is a dark and mysterious vampire, or so she'd like her classmates to believe. The truth is, while she may be one of the not-so mythical bloodsuckers, she doesn't really live up to the hype. She's short and clumsy, and she can't even suck blood properly. So when her classmate Tatsuta Otori discovers her little drinking problem, he can't help but lend a hand, but can he nurse Luna from the small, timid animal she is to the fearsome creature of the night? That actually sounds kind of cute. Am I going to watch it as it's coming out? No, but I'll definitely bookmark it and save it for later. Alright, let's see. What is this? At last, she's complete. This is Marie, a robot maid. Marie, a former legendary martial artist, now conceals her identity as a human and starts working as a robot in the mansion of Arthur, heir to the conglomerate that despises humans. Her human identity must remain hidden because one slip up and she's dead. Her naturally emotionless demeanor helps her maintain her robot disguise and flawlessly perform her duties, all while struggling to protect Arthur from assassins sent to take his life. She lives each day on the edge of her heart racing because Arthur is head over heels for Marie, and her human identity is nearly exposed. A maid pretending to be a robot, a young heir who hates humans. Get ready for a heartwarming comedy that will make you laugh and cry. What began as a lie between master and maid blossoms into a love neither of them saw coming. That does sound kind of funny. I probably will check that out, but I'll give it a few episodes, see how it is. This one's gonna be either high school. I mean, it's definitely high school romance. Is it age gap or not? He looks a little older, but I could just be school uniform, and I can't really tell. Let's see. Maybe not. This might be. Yeah, this looks like it's just gonna be a high school romance. Okay. Sai and Koki have been friends since childhood. One fateful day at the end of middle school, she has a revelation. Koki has grown up. Now they're in high school, and she has another revelation. She has feelings for Koki. But Sai isn't the only girl who does. The question is, who does Koki have feelings for? Sounds alright. Let's see. Kimi to koete koi ni naru. Never heard of Milipensi before. So I don't know what kind of anime they make. This could be a new one. Drama fantasy. Okay. I like the poster too. Drama fantasy, like the poster. So let's read it. When high schooler Mari bumps into a fellow tardy student, she's surprised to find out he's beast folk, who's to attend her school. After all, it's not rare for beast folk to coexist alongside humans, but it's still uncommon, with the prejudice and all. Nervous to meet one at first, Mari soon learns that there's more to him than his fur exterior. In fact, the more she gets to know him, the more she finds herself drawn to him, his steadfastness, his kind-heartedness, and his body. She's a furry. Nothing wrong with that, but she's a furry. I might check that out. I don't know. It sounds okay. This one looks... Yeah, Studio Dean is hit or miss. Let's see here. Konoha Sato has a dark history, written throughout middle school, a fantasy adventure of love and magic, and the Count's daughter, Konoha Magnolia, and the knights who love her. But when it looks like that dark history is going to be uncovered by her mother, Konoha panics and dies in a traffic accident. Opening her eyes, she finds that she's being reincarnated into the world of her own dark history as Luna Magnolia, the worst villainess of her own creation. Why did it have to be villainess, man? Now I'm gonna watch it. Ugh. God damn it. Now I'm gonna watch it. Alright, so we got Egao no Tainai Shokuba des Voil. I don't know what the heck Voil is. New shoujo manga artist Nana Futami works hard every day while being supported by Kaede Sato, her female editor who is older than her, and Mizuki Hazuma, her assistant. According to the girl herself, she sometimes drums up intense daydream delusions of occupational illness. A working girl's comedy set the entertainment industry, brought to you by the author who always draws various girls. I don't know what that last sentence means. I don't know what other stuff this guy's worked on, but it sounds like it's going to be a funny comedy slice of life, so I'll probably save it to my list and watch it eventually. I do want to watch this actually. I haven't seen it. Blue Orchestra. I do want to see this. I have not watched season 1. I didn't know it was getting season 2 though. That's cool. Let's see. This looks like it's gonna be bad. I mean, it's ecchi comedy, and like that looks extremely low quality. I'm not even gonna lie there. Kotahashi Kuyo possesses outstanding skill as a masseur. He aspires to become a sports doctor and wants to get a scholarship in medical school. Starting spring, he attends the high school attached to Seiwa University, a sports powerhouse. Since his family is not wealthy, he has to work as a hostel manager, where he is also allowed to stay to pay for his school expenses. There he encounters high school girl athletes with various problems. Kotahashi's job is to take care of them physically and mentally, and be the hostel manager. Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty much exactly what I expected it was going to be, honestly. So we got Shumatsu Touring. All alone after the end of days, two girls bike through an empty ruins of Japan, and they're not about to let the collapse of civilization get in the way of sightseeing. Even when the world ends, their journey goes on. That sounds like, what was that other anime? The two girls in like the tank. What? That sounds like that anime. What is that anime called? It came out in like 2017 or something. It was a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember when that was, but that sounds like that anime, so it could be decent. Kingdom Season 6. Nice, more Kingdom. Nausea. Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out next season. I think we're getting close to the end of the list, though. Let's see here. Nausea. The Nausea lie. Pretending to be human, they'll get in close, trick and deceive, and then eliminate the victim at a time. The crew of a drifting spaceship facing off against mysterious and deadly threat known as the Nausea, and having no idea among them is really the enemy. Formulate a desperate plan for survival. The most suspicious among them will be put to the cold sleep one by one in an effort to rid the ship of Nausea. I mean, I'm not really the biggest sci-fi fan anyway, and then that kind of just I like this. I'm not gonna watch the anime, but if you haven't read the webtoon, or I guess it's gonna be, it's not a webtoon anymore, but it's still on webtoon right now. Read it before it gets taken off a webtoon. It's good. It's not finished yet because the author had to go on like a 4-year hiatus or something because she hates webtoon, which is like fair. And she's gonna wait to come back after her contract ends. But yeah, read Let's Play. It's really good. Or you can just watch the anime here and then read it. Either way, good series. Let's Play's good. Alma-chan wa Kozuki ni Naratai. I already can tell this is gonna be. It says comedy romance. It's gonna be a fantasy, probably, or like Robot Girl or something. Let's see. A body that combines the appearance of an adorable young girl and with overwhelming combat efficiency, and AI intelligence and decision-making skills that surpass human capabilities. The perfect autonomous robot, Alma, has created by the overlooked young genius scientists Enji and Suzume, whose brilliance should have been recognized by the world. Alma calls Enji and Suzume father and mother, which leaves them completely flustered. Regardless, the three begin a life together as a family in order to nurture Alma's powerful AI and help her evolve into the ultimate robot. Alma's curiosity has no limits as everything she sees and touches is new to her. Alma keeps Enji and Suzume on their toes, and her unmatched learning capabilities and unstoppable energy as she explores the bigger world. A brand new kind of family comedy begins. That does actually sound kind of cute. I might check this out. Probably not as it's airing. I might give it a couple episodes while it's airing, but I don't know. That sounds cute though. Okay, so this one's gonna be drama. I'm sorry, that does not look like anything remotely related to drama. All right, this is the punishment for a fat, ugly girl like me falling in love with someone as beautiful as you. Yumiko had a mountain of complexes about herself. Then a terrible accident befalls her. Though somehow saved on the brink of death, Yumiko wakes up completely different person. This is me. I'm so cute. Those around her can't hide their surprise and wonderment at the 180-degree change. But Yumiko's new hyper-positive attitude starts to change her surroundings too. Worries and complexes can affect anyone, and Yumiko will chop right through those her various supporting characters. In love, work, friendship, and an attempted murder case, this frenzied romantic comedy will leave you bubbling with energy. Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. Is it going to be amazing? I don't know. But again, same thing with the last one. Might give it a couple episodes during the season. Probably going to save it to my list and watch it afterwards. Doesn't sound terrible. This looks extremely bad. Studio Dean again. Since before the dawn of memory, one thing has defined human history. The war between ninjas and Yakuza. This coarse and manly manga follows two members of these warring tribes who fill the gutters of modern Tokyo with blood and determine which elemental force will reign supreme. Is that like CG? I can't really tell. No, it's not, but it looks very bad. Bandai Namco, the time is Edo. Ichitaru, the young master of Nagasakiwa, that's kind of hard to say, one of the largest stores in Nihonbashi, has been in poor health since birth and is unable to go outside. Ichitaru is always protected by spirits such as the Shirawasa and Inugumi, who serve him. One night, Ichitaru sneaks out when no one is looking and witnesses a murder. From that day on, bizarre murders begin to occur one after another in Edo. With the help of the spirits, the search for Ichitaru's culprit begins. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it though. I mean, it sounds aight. This one looks like a idol anime. This does not have a synopsis. Looks iffy. This one does have a synopsis. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see here. So Kaede, an ordinary high school girl, suddenly wakes up in an unfamiliar alleyway only to realize she's been transported to a mysterious world inhabited by beastmen, elves, and dragons. Among her belongings, she discovers a strange book that wasn't there before. To her surprise, it allows her to create potions simply by chanting the word create. Relying on these potions to survive, Kaede navigates the challenges of this fantastical world while clinging to the hope of one day returning to Japan. Her journey of struggle and discovery in this otherworldly realm is just beginning. That's actually surprising it's this low down on the list. I mean, because that's just like every other freaking power fantasy, so I'm kind of surprised it's this low down on the list. I mean, it's not really a power fantasy, but you know what I mean. Monster Strike, Dead vs. Reloaded. That looks really bad. It doesn't have a synopsis, so I don't know. Then we got Kagaku Boku and Survival second season. Don't know what that is. Haven't seen season 1. Have not seen that either. Then we got TV shorts here. We got Ganglion, which, I mean, looks weird. This one looks right up my alley, but it's a TV short, so who knows? And then these ones. We got these guys continuing. This one's two core. I didn't realize that was 2 core. Got Yakuta and then that, and then movies. I don't really care about movies. Not that I don't actually care. Love Live, yeah. The only idol anime I watch. That's not even true, but it's like the only one I really like. Actually, that's also not true. There's a couple I like. All right, well, that was the list of everything. As you guys saw, I'm probably not watching much of anything next season, just like before. Except this time it's going to be even less because, honestly, there's not that many sequels, and I'm probably only going to watch about 5 shows or so. New shows. Because, like, honestly, there really isn't much. Like, anime has just gotten to the point where I'm just like, if you're even remotely generic, I'm just kind of done with you at this point. That's just how I am. Like, unless it's like a specific genre like villainess. If it's like the villainess genre, sign me up every time. Man, but yeah, I mean, really, there's some good anime, but you just gotta find them. You gotta sift through the garbage. I've been around the block for a while in the anime community, and I've seen a lot of anime, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. But yeah, everybody's got their taste. Everybody got the things they like. So I'm sure there's something for you next season if you like power fantasy, isekai trash, or harem romances, or you know, whatever. But yeah, there's something out there for everybody. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you do decide to join the community, then I guess I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.